All right, hey, welcome back. Let's take a run through the Google AdWords user interface and identify some of the key components that'll help you get the most out of your Google AdWords experience right from the get-go. This tour is not necessarily designed to go into in any particular order, nor does it even attempt to take you into every single nook and cranny of the Google AdWords interface. We'll basically run you through most of the parts that we went over in the last video where we set up your new AdWords account and we created your first campaign. I want to use this short time together to call your attention to some of the more important pieces of the AdWords interface that you really need to get your head around when you first start using AdWords. And if you're interested, later on I'll point you in the direction of some in-depth AdWords training if you think you might want to take your AdWords chops to the next level. So here we go. Starting with the campaign tab, you will probably live in this tab most of the time. This is where you can easily get a really high-level overview of each campaign and all of its many moving parts. Cruising right over to the Ads tab, you'll want to be sure that your ads are running and are having no issues. You can check it out here under Status is where you'll see if for any reason your ads are pending review, are disapproved, or in this case, hopefully, they're eligible to run. Now you can click on this little speech bubble wherever you see one to get an in-depth explanation of what you're looking at. In this case, although the ad is eligible, it is not showing because the destination URL is not working. And this is to be expected because I used a fake web address for this demonstration. Sometimes you really have to dig down deep and look for things that are keeping your ads from running. If our ad were pointing to a real web page with no issues, we would probably at this time be eligible to run and ready to rock and roll. So still hanging out in the Ads tab, let's pop on over to the top right-hand corner where you can select the date range to see the stats that you want for any particular date. By default, AdWords will show the date range for the previous week or 7 days, but you can set a custom date range or use one of the many presets here shown in the drop-down menu. Looking at the columns, we'll start with the IMPR column, which stands for impressions. And impressions are the number of times that your ads have been seen by human eyes, and you do not pay for impressions or ad views. The next column is where you'll find clicks. Clicks are the number of times your ad or ads have been clicked on, and using a cost per click model, you only pay when someone clicks on your ad. Next, moving over to the CTR column, this is where you'll see your account click-through rate, or in this case, your click-through rate for your ads. Your CTR, or your click-through rate, is represented as a percentage and is a ratio of the number of clicks your ad gets divided by the number of times your ads were seen. Basically, the equation is the number of clicks divided by the number of impressions. And many factors can influence your ad's click-through rate. Google says try to aim for a click-through rate of at least 1%, and keep in mind your mileage may vary. The next tab we look at is the Keywords tab. I mentioned earlier that your keyword list is a constant work in progress, and you will usually be adding to, removing from, and expanding your keyword list often, especially in the early days of your campaign. After your campaign's been running for a few days, pop on into the Keywords tab and see what keywords are working out best. Check the impressions, check the clicks, the click-through rate, and the conversion progress. In a later module, we'll talk more about expanding and improving your keyword list for optimal performance. Many of the columns are available within each tab, and you can customize your columns as you wish. Here, the cost column tells you how much you have spent on clicks in whatever date range you select. You can drill down to see costs in each individual campaign, individual ad group, individual ad, or even individual keyword. If you ever need help or you have a question about your account, help is just a click away. Check out the little gear in the top right-hand corner of the page right next to your email address and your account number. Clicking on the little gear, in addition to accessing your billing and your account settings, you can find help in many forms: email, live chat, and depending on the time of day, you can even call Google on the old telephone. They're really great at helping you get the answers you need, and they really want you to be successful when you're using AdWords. I mean, hey, that's how they make their money, right? And that's it. Hey, now, all right, all right. Well, that wasn't too bad, was it? Nah, I mean, really, there's so much to do, learn, and see in the AdWords interface. Did you see all of those tabs and links and menus? I even get lost in there sometimes. So, listen, I just wanted to give you a high-level overview, so when you do get in there, you have some kind of idea of just what the heck you're looking at. So now, what's next? Well, the next video in this Google AdWords webinar series, we're going to talk about optimizing your account and your campaigns to be super duper efficient and super profitable. There's no such thing as set it and forget it with PPC. You need to stay on top of your PPC campaigns while they're spending your hard-earned money. Because if you snooze in this game, you can lose, and you can lose a lot of cash quick. So keep an eye out for the next webinar, Google AdWords Optimization Best Practices and Tips. You should see it arriving in your inbox in the next day or two. And in the meantime, if you want to take a deeper dive into AdWords pay-per-click training, check out the link below this video. The link says a full course Google AdWords PPC training here. My friend Corey has a great course for PPC beginners and takes you step by step to teach you everything you need to know about AdWords with regard to setting up and running your first campaign. And this course is specifically designed for someone just starting out in the world of PPC advertising. All I can say is this course is awesome, Corey is awesome, and he has an awesome money-back guarantee. And if you're not happy with the course for any reason, you can get your cash back. No questions asked, so there's absolutely no risk to you. So if you're interested, check out the course through the link right below this video. No pressure, no sales, no hype. It's all good. It's there only if you're interested in it. I will see you in the next webinar in this series, the Google AdWords Optimization Best Practices and Tips. Ciao for now. Later. Bye.